How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another short, and if you're returning, I appreciate you coming back. In today's video, to one of my subscribers' requests, I'm going to be doing an overview of the Rosoz Multicam Boonie. So this retails for around $9 on Amazon. It is an official multicam, and it's a boonie hat. So it consists of a wide brim completely around the hat, as a boonie does. However, on the brim, this is a kind of unique feature. It has some button snaps, like this. So you could snap it and turn it kind of into a cowboy hat looking thing. However, what this is really intended for is if you have a rifle, you can snap this up so when you go into a cheek weld, this hat isn't conflicting with that cheek weld. This snap keeps it nice and out of the way. So that's actually a really nice feature. Going up to the base of the cap, you have some kind of molly-ish webbing here. Of course, not for mounting any pouches, but this is pretty much on every boonie. You could throw some scrim in here. You could throw some bullets in here if you really wanted to. Go kind of full metal jacket, kind of Vietnam War helmet style. Put a bunch of random stuff around the brim of the helmet if you wanted to. Going a little bit further up, you have the other side of that snap. And then you have vent holes. You have 4 vent holes, 2 on each side of the hat. That is really nice for helping the heat escape in the hot weather, which you're most likely going to be wearing a boonie hat in. Going on to the inside, you have your tag here. It is in bright yellow. However, you'll never see that tag when you're actually wearing the hat, so that doesn't really matter. The inside of the brim here is kind of a unique kind of sweatband-ish material. It'll help collect your sweat so it isn't dripping down into your face, which is really nice. And also that top material here is super thin, which is a pro and a con. That can, of course, be a con if it gets like ripped. However, that's also a pro because in the hot weather, that is also going to act kind of as a vent and help let that heat get away and not get so trapped on top of your head like it would if it with a super thick material. So that about wraps it up, except for, of course, your drawstring here at the bottom. So this thing isn't falling off and flopping around. Just a simple pull down the stripped paracord here for your chin strap. So that about wraps it up. All in all, this is a pretty good boonie, especially for the price. Looks exactly like official multicam. I can't see any markings saying that it is. However, it's really pretty much identical, and hope